Hello guys, welcome back to my another new video. So in this video I would be talking about the different AI tools that are available on in the internet, which are quite useful for the students. It is useful for students for different purposes. So I'm listing down some of the AI tools that are there in the market which are useful for students in different ways. The first tool that I'm mentioning about is Perplexity AI. Okay, Perplexity AI is what? Perplexity is basically is best for research purpose. So what kind of research? It is best for the citable research, and it is also called as citable research engine. It is called citable research engine, and it is not just a chatbot. What it does is basically it provides the answers. It provides the answers from the web. Wherever citations happen, it takes the reference of that citations and it will quote you the answer. So whatever you search, so it will take that citation and it will present to you. So suppose if you search for when is the result for the class 12 student, so if there is any mention of that, like in Times of India or say on any other newspaper, the Hindu, so then it will take that citation and it will present to you. So it acts as a citation machine. So this is very good. It is very super recommendable if you are doing a research kind of work, and it can also create amazing websites as well in the deep research mode. So Perplexity AI is the first recommendation from my end. The second website that I am about to tell is Claude by Anthropic. Okay, Claude basically it has a larger context window. Context window in the sense it has a larger uh, search engine. It is a larger search engine which can take up the context of say around 2 lakh tokens. So the limit is not very limited. So it has up to 2 lakh tokens which it can take as the input. This will allow students to upload their entire textbooks. So entire textbooks or the entire research papers they can put into the Claude, and they will get the summary of whatever book or whatever papers they are putting. So it's just like you are getting the summary instead of reading the entire thing and putting your entire time on reading that textbook. So you get the summary in couple of paragraphs and you can take that summary. So it guides the students towards the answers. Okay, so students will get the answers and students will be able to maintain the integrity of the answer. So that is the very speciality of this Claude. So it is basically for the summarization, and the other thing is it has learning mode, which means that you can ask questions. It uses the questions to guide the students towards the answers. Okay, so that is the speciality of Claude. Then the next website that I'm going to talk about is Google Gemini. Okay, Google Gemini is basically best for multimodal and Google users. Why? Because Google Gemini it works with the Google Workspace. What is Google Workspace? All the things that you see, all the things that you interact onto Google, which includes the documents, the Google Docs, Gmail, or the Google Drive. This makes easy for the students. Okay, so students are already using these tools like Google Docs, Gmail, and Drive. So Google Gemini already uses these things, and as the students know these tools, so it is very good for them to interact with them. It is quite easy. Also, Gemini is very good for visual analytics. Gemini usually is used in the visual creation. Like it is used, you can use Gemini to upload an image and get the abstract from it. Like what are the details of that image? Say suppose if there is an image which consists of cats and dogs, so it can differentiate between where are the cats and how many cats are there, and where are the dogs and how many dogs are there, something like that. So it is good at visual representation. So if you have a project where you want to do a visual kind of work, visual related work, then Google Gemini is a go-to tool for you for any visual representation or the presentations that you do. Then it is good that it can make practice tests as well, like for JEE and all. So it can prepare you the test or questions. Also, NotebookLM is a Google tool. So you have an integrated tool in Google alongside with Gemini, which is NotebookLM. So it will let the user to create an AI based on uploaded notes. So whatever notes you upload, so it will generate in a form of AI, which would be helpful for you to summarize in short terms. So that is the other advantage. The fourth tool now I'm going to tell about is what you have heard at the beginning of the AI exploration, which is ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is basically, it is provided by OpenAI, and whatever brainstorming ideas, whatever the ideas you need for essay writing, whatever essay you are whatever ideas you are requiring for drafting the outlines, or the help that you are requiring for coding, so these all things ChatGPT will provide you. So it is good for coding help, it is good for drawing the outlines. Okay, then it is good for practicing the foreign languages as well. So ChatGPT, it has a very deep interactive chatbot interface where it will help you towards your queries. It will also help you towards whatever image you provide. So it is good for the photo editing as well. So if you provide an image, it can convert you into an AI generated image as well, and it can also suit the background that you need for the image or any changes that are required in the image. So these all things are uh, open, or they are possible with ChatGPT. So when it comes to the productivity tools, or the tools that are inclined towards writing, okay, so these are the tools that are helpful towards grammar and towards writing. So the first one is Grammarly. So for writing, Grammarly is a tool that is helpful for you, because Grammarly, whenever you install Grammarly, you will get that extension of Grammarly, and when you write any message or something, it will show where the error is. So it will mark it in the red and it will correct that error. So Grammarly is very helpful. Also, Quillbot is helpful for paraphrasing. So whatever summarizing you need, whatever summarizing task that you need for any text or anything, so Quillbot can help you with summarizing or paraphrasing the text. Then the next tool here is STEM and computation. So for computational knowledge that can solve you the maths questions, physics questions, chemistry equations, so for that you have Wolfram Alpha. Wolfram Alpha is the tool for that. The another important tool which is useful for note taking and organization, so Otter AI and Fireflies AI. So you might uh, have the need to take the notes, okay, if you are going through the presentation, or if you are going through anything, you might develop that need of taking the notes. So if you want that, you are having these two tools, AI tools, so they can transcribe and they can summarize lectures from the audios. Whatever audio you hear, they can summarize that, and the online meetings as well. So that is the feature that note taking and Otter AI and Fireflies AI tools provide you. Then flashcards and exams. So Quizlet is an example that uses AI to turn the notes into the flashcards. So whatever notes you have, it will turn into the flashcard. Flashcard in the sense, it is a kind of, you can say, the sticky notes, where you can get one, at the one end you can get the question, at the other end you can get the answer, something like that. So it is clickable. And quizzes means it has the regular quizzes as well, with a question which can have multiple answers. So for flashcard and exams, Quizlet is the tool or extension that can help you. So these are the different tools that I wanted to list, especially for the students and freshers, students and recent graduates. students, all school students and recent graduates. Okay, so these are the tools that are very helpful. So not all might be knowing these tools, so that's why I thought of making a video and listing it down. So I'll be meeting you in the next video with another new topic.